and try and figure out exactly what it is that you're going to do. Okay, so I think that is actually going to work. And we'll actually take and try and see if we can do this, you know, in a similar way. And maybe bring this, shrink him down quite a bit, bring him up, do a little bit of a tilt, and just slowly nestle him in there, and will that work? Well, it could work. It could work. Put a couple of bushes from the area here and there, you know. And we bring a couple. Let's put another bush here. And like I said, we're going to shrink it a little bit. And we're going to bring it a little... I think that's where it's touching the ground. That's looking good in that area. Let's try and see if we can get... how would that look there? Kind of pushing it. What about there? That looks good enough. All right, so now we have the we have that area going up. Now we have the road. Sorry about the noise there. I was touching the mic. The road is a bit of an issue in the sense that I don't think it should go straight up, and I don't think that it can actually go in any other direction than what it currently is if I want to keep this sort of like curve going into, because I don't want this to come up here. The things are already turned. Right, so I guess it's just a matter of just, you know, correcting some of the lines, and then we'll put some bushes to make it look better. So we're just going to clean up a little bit of the grass here. It's a little bit too covered by the dirt. And then we'll take a little bit of the dirt. We'll just clean up some of these borders. Alright, let's see. Put a little bit here, a little bit there. Then just splotch the road around a little bit, like that. And do it like this. Okay, that's looking good. And then up we go, splotching the road. Perfect. Let's get rid of that grid. Right, so one of the other things that I wanted to do is I actually was inside the game, and I thought it would be nice to have the ends of these just be these really big boulders instead of that crippling little wall. They would be these nice edges of the little wall there. I think it gives it a little bit more. It'll give it a little bit more character than what it currently is. So let's just move that a little bit there. Sometimes that's, you know, one of the more sort of painstaking things about modding WoW this way and using Noggit is that a lot of it is just tedious work. And that's why I was saying it takes time to do these things. And so you can't always produce videos the same at the same rate, I would say, just because imagine the amount of work that you'd have to do to put videos out every other day. Once a week, I think it's pretty doable, and even then, depends on the week. But I'm just ranting a little bit. Let's see what else we wanted to do. All right, I'm back. Yeah, so one of the things that we actually want to do is we actually want to continue putting these things up this area, but I also wanted to put in a new model. So actually, let me show you how that works. You can usually click on any model and then click on this to text button. And what that will do is it'll create an entry in an import text of all of the things that you've clicked because you want to have them on hand. Sometimes you can just go into other things and explore and find the things that you want and then work with them. So I went ahead and I found myself this arch model. Why did I find this arch model? It's because I actually wanted to see what a smaller arch would look like in this area. So if I were to drop this arch here, right, and then I would move it slightly like that, bring it up. How would that look? Now, bear in mind, it's not going to be that color. If I do use an arch like this, I will most likely be modifying it to match everything else. And I'm just sort of wondering whether or not this works, or if I shrink these and bring this up like that. Does that... oh, crap. Okay, that's about the same size now. I'll bring that way. And then... can it be a little bit bigger? Yeah, it might be a little bit bigger there. Right? But this is a lot closer to it. Like that. Right, and so we have... let's see if we can actually make this a little bigger. I'm just trying some things out. Usually this is how you would go about trying to create your own little thing. And I don't know, that might actually work. Let's take a look at it from a couple different angles. Just bring it a little bit forward like that, and copy that. Then place that there. Move this guy around here, probably a little bit further ahead. And okay, it's actually quite out of place there. All right, bring it up until that. That's, we don't want it too high. So maybe just bring it a tiny bit more. And then just bring this guy in. And then we have that like that. Now that looks like that would work pretty well. Do we need to move the tree? No, but I do actually think we will be moving the bush. And we even have to see if that's going to be the bush that's going to be up there, or if we're actually going to end up using one of these, which might actually be the case. Let's bring that down there, incline it a bit, bring it in a little bit closer to the map. Lift. See how that looks? Looks a little bit buried. Bring it a little bit higher. How that looks. Yeah, okay, that looks good. Then we're gonna have to shrink this considerably. Flip it around the other side just so that we get a little bit of variation on what we're doing here. Try and balance it down. Bring it into the ground. Does that work? Yeah, that looks like that works. Using this size seems to be pretty good. We'll copy that. We'll place another one here. Again, we're going to spin it around. Put it right way, tilt, bring it slightly up until we can see the roots. See if that works. Yeah, that's looking good. And then I think we're gonna do final one on this side. Around, we're gonna increase the size a bit though. Then we're gonna just figure out the right button to get it in the appropriate tilt. Bring it up just until we can see the roots. Check it from this side. Okay, that looks fine. Right, that looks fine as well. So then, take some of these smaller bushes, and if I could start hitting the right keys, then bring it down. Perfect, so there'll be that bush there. Let's copy that, put another one of these somewhere around here. Let's waggle it a bit in a different direction so it's not an exact clone. Correct. We'll put one of those there as well because we're going to also be doing bushes on this side. We'll sort of move it that away. And we'll come here, we'll paste. We will shrink this one and bring it up. And there we go. Good. This is starting to look a lot better. Right? But we still got a little bit of time to go. So I'm going to bring this down right there. Bring that down right there. And I think I was right. I think it'll have to be another type of bush on this side. It's probably going to be smaller. And it's probably just going to be there. Is it going to be there or is it going to be here? It might actually end up here. Sometimes that's it. You just gotta check on how it looks from a lot of different angles. And you know, deal with that. Right. So this guy comes here. That's gonna be a nice bush there. Yeah, that looks right. That looks just about right. So we're gonna take this little fella. I'm gonna put him here. Take this little guy. We're gonna put him here. You sort of already know. I mean, you can bother to, you know, make a series of different changes and what have you. But fact of the matter is, there's only so much that you can do. Now, maybe this one needs to come a little bit here. Bring it a little bit down. Let's try and balance that out. Oh, that looks good right there. So we have that. We have that right there. We have these things. We still haven't put too many of these bushes in. right? And so we're going to put another one here. We're going to shrink it down considerably, except we're going to try and stand it up straight and just in the ground. Perfect. And now the final bush, which is going to be this guy. And this guy, we sort of want him like around there. We want to move this guy a little bit back, shrink him, and kind of voila, I guess. Except, I think this is the problem that I'm actually having with this area, is that it wasn't really straight. It was dipping in, and it wasn't straight. So I think I'm actually happier with this now. If we can just bring that up a little bit. And now that it has this incline, I can actually just make this slightly more crooked. And that should have... Let's see this. Is that alright? No, it's not alright. It's a little bit out of place. How about now? Does that look... Looks alright. Let's try and make this little dude a little bit bigger. Throw in a little bit of variation here and there. This one just slightly bigger. Perfect. Now, some people would have probably suggested that I take one of these and I put them here, and I shrink them, and I do... Actually, let's just copy this one. Copy, paste, sort of like rotate a bit, paste, in we go, and paste, rotate, down, and was that, does this look better? I don't, you know what, I don't know. I mean, it does sort of look better. Like, it does look like it's actually going somewhere a lot more, fancy. Let's see if we can see if this does anything to this weird illusion that we're putting together. Let's see, let's hang a banner out. That looks good, actually. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, well, I guess, and let's see how it looks from the sides. Yeah, so you come in through there, you step through here, you see the banners, you see the thing. Yeah, that's looking good. Yeah, you know what? That's interesting. It's you know, I was trying to go for a sort of like monastery approach for it, but structurally speaking, I sort of wondered, you know, what could be done in order to make it look better, and I think it looks better now. So, you know what? I think we're going to leave it at that. I've been sort of yammering about for a really long time now. I don't know if this is going to come first, or if it's just going to be one video, or if I'm going to break it up into 2 videos. And then, or if I'm just going to release the updated version of the, of this mod and have people do a walkthrough. that might be the case. I don't know. But in any case, stay tuned, because this was kind of interesting, doing this out. So if any of you actually enjoyed watching me do this thing and actually just ramble on endlessly about whatever, just let me know. I'd be happy to do more actual modding and talking. So until then, everybody, take it easy. Bye-bye.